Well, hello there, and thank you for joining us on our next episode of NAFTER Hours. Really excited to go a little bit deeper with one of our newest additions, Deb Champion, out of King County, Washington. Welcome to the call, Deb. How you doing?
Great, Greg. Thank you. Thanks for
Yeah,
having me.
yeah, it's been a pleasure getting to know you, and we connected up at an event up in Washington not long ago. But with that, for those of us that don't know, about you, Deb, I know a little bit, enough to get dangerous here. You've been in the business 29 years. You're working in the Seattle office with one of our great leaders, Stacy, and you've been at New American Funding for about 90 days. So before we jump into what like brought you here, what's going on in Deb's world? What's how tell us a little about yourself.
Well, let's see. I've been married for 33 years, and I have a daughter that lives in Hermosa Beach, and my son, who just turned 27. Well, he's still here at the house, but the good news is he's very clean and he's super nice, and so we really enjoy having him. Um, I have a 6-year-old pandemic lab,
Okay.
and he is now the youngest fur baby. But yeah, and then love doing mortgages and have been thrilled with being here at NAF.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah,
Well, I'm sure you love visiting when it's a little winter up there down to your daughter in Hermosa.
yeah.
Get a little bit of that sun and ocean water. But yeah, that's cool. I hope my daughter's still living with me at 27, so it's all good. Um, with that, yeah, I know that you obviously have had some great success already in the short period of time that you've been here. But love to learn a little bit more about what really got you, to consider New American Funding.
Um, well, one, I will tell you the people. I was just blown away by you, by Tanya, and of course Stacy.
Yeah,
She's amazing, and loved that. But what really, and I'm going to shout out to Lisa Britton and Krista Collins.
there you
Um,
go.
I had a deal that I was going to have to, it was going to cost my clients upwards of $70,000 in origination fees.
Wow.
And Stacy's like, you really should talk to Tanya. So I did. And then Tanya said, you should talk to Krista. And Krista just basically walked me through and said, this is what we can do. It completely makes sense. And we were able to not only save our client over $60,000, but also the interest rate was considerably, like 2 points lower than what we were going to be able to get. And
Wow.
that, when I looked at that in terms of what I was going to be able to do for my clients, I was like, this is a no-brainer. Like I cannot stay where I'm at. I've got to have access to these tools. And so I came over, and I have consistently been blown away. I mean, every day there's something like, wow, we do this, wow, we do that. And the 5-year pledge, just learned
Yeah.
about that, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Having Eric know it
Oh
as
yeah.
a trainer,
He knows it all.
he's another amazing person. I've worked banks, and I've worked, broke at being a broker, and this by far is absolutely the best. The other thing that I love is the fact that we service our mortgages.
Yep.
That is a huge boon. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
because I can tell my clients, I will be there for you in 3 years, in five
Yep.
years. You don't have to worry about it. And
Yep.
that's super important to me. So,
Well, we not only service them, we were just rated last year #1 by JD Powers, which
yeah.
Quicken held that spot for a long time. So it was hard to kind of take that over. But we not only service them, but we do a good job of making sure the customer is happy, to your
Yeah.
point.
And that's the other thing I want to go into, because um, teamwork to me and being on a team is really important, especially when the people are good people. And from Lisa to Krista to processing to getting CDs out early to being able to close early if a client wants to a 14-day close. Um, it's just, I have just been over the moon.
I love
And
it.
I feel I feel like underwriters want to make things happen.
Yep.
Everybody wants to help our clients, which
Yep.
um, again makes a huge difference. And for anybody that's out there who's in mortgage world that is constantly fighting, you don't do that here at NAF. You like
Yeah.
everybody is like, I know this is going to sound very kumbaya, but it is because it's just the culture.
Yeah.
And I am happy to come to work. That is also very important to me because when you've done this for a long time and you know that culture and being happy to come in is really
Yep.
important. Life is just too short
100%.
not to have that.
100%. I mean, the three things I always try to make sure that I can provide for anybody that's looking to join NAF is, compensation increase, a career path, and a better quality of life. And
Yeah.
I think that that's what you're alluding to with what you're saying. And, to just speak a little bit about the partners that you mentioned,
Yeah.
Krista works in our secondary markets, helps us to lock deals, make sure when we're in competition that we're choosing the right program. Lisa, obviously somebody in our ops partner that manages the whole, process from start to finish and make sure that your deals are done to your point. Eric Nowet, somebody on our technology side to kind of help make sure that we're troubleshooting any concerns as we rolled out some amazing new tech. And with that, to your point, everybody cares. Everybody wants to
Hmm.
help you win, and from an
Yeah.
underwriting standpoint too. So I'm glad you're feeling that in just a short 90 days and winning already. And is there anything, Deb, before we, jump off here that you can share with us that you didn't know about NAF that you were pleasantly surprised with, or happy with, or excited about that since you got here?
Well, the 5-year pledge,
Yeah,
I learned about,
yeah,
and I think that is a great deal. In fact, it's having these tools in your toolbox where it's another benefit for our clients. NAV concierge,
yep.
amazing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Amazing.
Yeah,
I love that and the fact that you can now new purchase clients can go in and sign up for ADT and get
yeah,
cameras. And I mean
yeah.
it's just so much. And then also when you're partnering with your realtors, the fact that their information along with our information shows up on on the mortgage
Mortgage statement.
statement.
Yep.
Huge.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
absolutely. And all those little things add up to trying to equate to giving you an extra deal, whether it's keeping that customer
mhm,
within servicing, whether they're seeing you on branding and give you a call,
yep,
and ultimately, like you mentioned with the NAF pledge, we pledge that basically for the 5 years after you do a loan that will cover your lender fees as well as the appraisal up to $500, which, allows customers to have some relief when the market inventory is what it is today. And
yep,
we're getting in at a higher interest rate environment. They want to be able to refinance at a low cost, and so
yeah,
we're offering that pledge. And so,
yep.
yeah, no, great stuff. You sound excited. I'm really encouraged for your future. And if you're in King County and you're looking for a good loan officer, know that Deb is out there and she's a champion. So, with that, have a wonderful and blessed rest of your week, and happy Mother's Day. And ultimately, with that, thank you again for joining me today, Deb.
Thanks, Greg. Bye bye.
Bye bye.